Welcome back to the Spiritual Ride. I'm your host, Alyssa LeBlanc, and this week I'm going to tell you the one thing I learned about manifestation that completely changed my life. Okay, if you're anything like me, you probably got introduced to the law of attraction via this book, which is also a movie called The Secret, which was like 2000, early 2000s. So, the great thing about The Secret is it really opened up our minds to how powerful our thoughts were, how powerful our feelings were, how powerful we are, that we do attract things to us, and that we are meant to have our desires, that it is possible for us to have what we desire. However, I like to think of The Secret as like the beginning steps. At least it was for me, because I think spirituality kind of goes like a spiral. Like you'll learn one thing and you'll get that. And then the universe is like, now this is true. Now this is true. And it kind of keeps going up for you to get to the next level. But you have to be able to hold the first level to be able to understand the second level. So it showed us that, like, law of attraction, one of the laws, is true. We attract to us like our thoughts, feelings, and actions. However, what I think was left out was about how most of our thoughts and feelings have to do with our subconscious beliefs from the ages of 0 to 7. That we are radiating things out to the universe. Well, we might be wanting something so bad, but we're subconsciously, we're not even aware of this, believing or feeling that it's not possible for us. We're subconsciously feeling unworthy. We're attracting relationships, but they're like trauma bonds. But what it is we're attracting things to us that we need to heal in order to receive our manifestations. So what I learned was about how much our lives are a reflection of our subconscious beliefs. And because they're subconscious, we're not aware of them. But there is a way for you to find out. Just look at your life. Your life shows you what you believe. Your life shows you at what level of wealth you believe is possible, at what level of love you believe is possible, at what level of self-worth that you believe is possible based on the people around you, based on the boundaries that you're able to hold, based on the people that you attract into your life. It's just that because these beliefs have been going on since we were 0 to 7, we think that this is just how life is, that some people might have the belief that, I have a friend that has this, that all men cheat. Because I think she probably experienced that with like her father cheating, and then she would attract boyfriends that would cheat, and she kind of accepted it as like, all men cheat, so this one's better than that one. Now, I don't have that belief, because that wasn't something that I experienced. Had that been something that I experienced growing up, I might have that belief. But she can change that belief and then attract somebody that doesn't cheat. But if she always believes that all men cheat, that's what all of her relationships are going to be like. But the universe is just saying, it's like a mirror saying, hey, heal this belief so that you can be with someone that doesn't treat you in that way. She also might have some belief that that's all that she's worthy of. I used to attract people that were emotionally unavailable or physically unavailable, unavailability. And part of that was, there was parts of me that were absolutely emotionally unavailable because I did not have a lot of self-love and self-worth, but I also was used to not getting the attention that I needed from certain parents when I was a kid. But I believed that that's what I deserved. I deserved people that weren't there all the time. I deserved people that were there sometimes and weren't there sometimes. But it wasn't until I realized that my relationships had nothing to do with what I deserved as a soul. They were just showing me, they were like right up in my face, like, hey, you need to fucking heal this if you want to be in an amazing relationship. I healed it, and here we are. So the things that you believe growing up, you might have, even your parents, and they were doing the best that they could. They might have not even done anything like really bad, but let's say let's say they worked a lot so that they could like provide a good life for you, and you were in daycare a lot, and you got the belief that like you were not loved because your friends' parents were like always home, or your friend's mom was like a stay-at-home mom, and you saw that and you thought like, oh, my mom doesn't love me. Like, you might have come up with the belief of like, I'm not worthy of love because your mom was just busy working. Or you might have tied two things together. Some people have a lot of struggles with money because of beliefs that they had. Maybe your parents split up and one of them became really wealthy afterwards, or one of them was really wealthy and they used to fight about money. And you have the belief that like you can't have money and love, or that if you have money, your relationships are going to be hard. It's weird and twisted how these beliefs form, but like we're little kids. You also get beliefs while you're in the womb. And I have done a lot of inner child healing or inner baby healing where I have remembered things, not remembered specific incidents, but felt vibrations and felt beliefs and asked my mom about it. And she confirmed that I was like picking up on something. And because of something that my mom was going through, that got embedded into me. And these became my beliefs about how reality was. Also, past lives. So what do we do about this? We do shadow work. We look at our shadow. We look at what is painful in our lives. We look at the things about ourselves we don't like. We look at the experiences in our life that we keep recreating that are bringing us pain, and we bring healing to them. The thing that ayahuasca showed me, one of the best things it ever showed me, was that all the quote unquote terrible things that I thought had happened in my life were actually just showing me teaching me how to love myself. Like, there was somebody that I loved deeply that just did not show up for me in my life. And on ayahuasca, I was able to see that they were teaching me how to show up for myself, that they were teaching me that I was all that I needed. And now I fully believe, not that I can't have people that are there for me, because I have beautiful people that are there for me in my life, but I see that it always comes back to you, that I have everything that I need, that I am the answer that I'm looking for, that I can take care of myself. And as a kid, that can be hard because you can't like really take care of yourself. But I believe our souls chose these things to learn these lessons so that we could come out on the other side of it. I've also seen in a lot of plant medicine ceremonies, painful, like I have dealt with low self-worth. Like that was my main crux getting into spirituality. But I think my soul wanted to learn how to have so much self-love. I had to have like no self-love and have like all these painful experiences to wake up to realize that I am so worthy of love, that I am so lovable, that I love myself, that I am worthy, that I'm powerful, that I'm magical. So everything is actually happening for you. But if you never look at the shadow and you never look at your subconscious beliefs and like you never look at the things in your life that aren't making you happy and shift them, you're just going to have this human experience. Like you're going to live the same life for like 80 years and then you're going to die and then maybe you're going to come back and like have to learn it again. So like, why not clear those beliefs now? So anyway, how does that help manifestation? Because we are attracting to us what we believe is possible for us, what we believe we're worthy of, and the frequency with which we're vibrating at. And the more shadow work you do, the higher your frequency becomes because you're shedding all this darkness and you're shedding all these false beliefs and false narratives, and you're seeing the darkness in your life differently. Forgiveness is also a big thing. Like you're forgiving the things that have happened to you and you're seeing that like they weren't true. Like if you're believing that you are not worthy, you're forgiving that person for however they treated you, and you're seeing that that was not actually the truth. So I do love The Secret, but like I said, it works in spirals. So again, learned about The Secret, and I was like, okay, I create my own reality. Learned about Abraham Hicks, and it's like, yeah, if you could stay happy all the time, I think you would manifest everything. But we are having this human experience where if we're not doing the shadow work, you can't really stay that happy for very long because the doubts are going to come in, the painful experience memories are going to come in, the things that happen to you, you're going to attract like reflections of how badly you feel about yourself. So it's like ask, do shadow work, believe, and then receive. The other thing about shadow work is I think a lot in the spiritual community, at least I thought I had to be like love and light all the time and like that's spiritual. But it's like, no, duality is spirituality. Like your shadow is beautiful. Your shadow is like actually protecting you. It's taking the bad things that you believe about yourself and it's like sticking it in your shadow. Also, all the ways that like you're limiting yourself manifesting is you trying to protect yourself. You know, if you believe that having money is going to make you not have a good relationship and you have a really good relationship, you're going to keep yourself from making money. If you believe that all men cheat, you're going to attract people that cheat because your soul wants to like heal that belief. but also because you're not going to believe that anything else is possible, so you're not going to see anything else as a possible reality. We can only perceive what we're like vibrationally in alignment with. And this is why sometimes we'll hear spiritual teachings that like sound great, but like our beliefs, we won't have caught up with the belief of that. So we just say that that's like not true. Like these people that have manifested amazing lives and like you really can have everything you desire. Yeah, but you got to do the work. You got to do the work. And the other thing, and I made another episode about this, about the balance of shadow work and light work, because I got quote unquote addicted to shadow work for a while where I just found myself looking for more things that were wrong with me. And that's not good either. So it's like, I think it's good to dip into shadow work, dip into light work, dip into shadow work, dip into light work. Like when things are coming up that are triggering you, look at them. What do I think this means about me? How can I clear this belief? Where did this come from? Let me reframe this and then go back into radiating the frequency of that which you want, because that does draw the stuff in. It's just, it's not going to draw in anything that you don't believe you're worthy of. So just know that like your desires are meant for you. They're like, your desires are a safe compass to follow. They are meant for you. But anytime anything is coming up in your life that's bothering you, it's because the universe is asking you to heal it so you can evolve to your next level. So like, don't be afraid of when triggers come up or when situations come up that seem like they suck. It's the universe saying this is what you believe about yourself or reality. Shift this, and then you can have what you want, and then you can feel good, and then you can be happy because you deserve to be happy. We did not just come down here to like not be happy. We came down here to shift the frequency of the planet, to express ourselves, to be ourselves authentically, but also to have all the abundance that the universe has for us. If someone else has something that you want, it's possible for you. The law of divine oneness says that if one person has it, another person can have it. You're meant to have an abundant, beautiful life with the amazing relationships, amazing home, amazing friends, amazing career. You just have to clear anything inside of you that doesn't believe that that's true because you deserve it. Much love.